What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Tryhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and it's finally here, Game 5, Round 5 of the Michigan GT. So, just to give you guys a recap, it's not only a recap for yourself, but it's a recap for myself as well. And I'm sorry I'm so like right now with energy, you know, like power, energy, electrolytes, turbolights, all the lights you can stand. Anyways, if you guys didn't get my reference, I'm sorry. It's a fucking funny video. Anyways, to give you guys a recap of what's going on, first round I played against Jake motherfucking Murphy, and I had a big win. And that's actually a big win for me because Jake Murphy is no joke. Jake Murphy is one of the best players. He's actually going to be on Team America for next year's ETC. So, the second game I played against a guy who was pretty rough opponent to play against, which was Sky Sloop Eric Hansen. And you know, that game, obviously, if you guys watched it, it was a very frustrating game. But just to give you guys a recap of what's going on, I know I'm going to go back and forth here, but Eric Hansen ended up playing my brother in round 5. So when they got matched up there, I remember Eric walked right up to me and was like, "Hey, so how do I defeat your brother's army?" And I was like, like I'm going to tell you. So then I go up to my brother and I'm like, "Chewy, you got to shoot that, you got to do that, you got to kill this, you got to use your magic here." I'm like pinpointing what my brother has to do, and I'm not gonna lie, my brother came up to me after that game and he was like, "Oh my god, that guy was difficult to play." And I was like, wasn't he, Chewy? Seriously. Round 3 I played against Tom the Lizardman Baker. Tom, don't tell me you're a list Baker, and I had a massacre win. So basically my list right now is doing either 20-0 good or 20-0 bad, but there's nothing in between. So then round 4 I played against Neil the Nice Guy Hamilton, which I have now dubbed just Neil. Alright? And when I ask you Neil before Zod, I don't mean like Neil Hamilton before Zod. I'm talking about like Neil, like get on your knees. Anyways, so Neil Hamilton, he was probably, honestly, 100% honest with you guys. Every single time I play Jake Murphy, I always give Jake motherfucking Murphy the best sportsmanship vote. Every single time I give him the best sportsmanship vote. But Neil has stolen that vote from me to himself without even trying. The guy, honestly, he accidentally touched the chicken rock, broke the halberd off the chicken rock, and I'm like, no biggie, and he felt so shitty, and I was like, dude, it's cool, Neil, it happens, but you know, and it just, I don't know, his personality, he was just like, he was an extremely nice guy, and I was like, that's awesome, and that is one of the reasons why we took him for Team Mexico. So he's our Beastman player. So round 5, excuse me, I just went on my own tangent. I just like to ramble and just ramble. I don't know. Round 5, I'm playing against Sebastian. Now I drew a blank there, and I was gonna say Sebastian Shaw because that's how much of a nerd I am. But I'm playing against Sebastian. Now Sebastian was the person who played against my brother the first round, and he comes up to me. He comes up to me and it clicked in his head, Silva. Okay, I'm fighting both brothers, right? Well, the middle 3 games he played, he said, "Man, I had that first game against your brother was rough. My brother got 29 points on the guy." I was like, how the hell did you get 29 points? That's a game and a half of points he just got on one guy. But the next game, or the next 3 games, he said he actually had to bounce back up to these tables. He's on, we're on table 5 right now, and he's like, I had to get some big wins. I got like 18s, 19s, and 20s on all those games just to get back up to these tables because your brother knocked me down so low on the first game. And I was like, damn it, Chewy, you fucking demoralized this guy in the first round. Now, the top 4 tables, Joe Getsy's on the table with against Fergus, and Joe says, and I hear this out of the corner of my ear, and he's like, "Oh, it looks like the guys on the top table supposed to be on the top tables." And I was like, "Ugh," because I'm on the next row over, and I was like, "I hear that, Joe, and it's picking at me. I gotta fucking do good here." Anyways, like I said, I'm rambling. Let's go over the army list and show you what you have. I'm trying not to make this a 50-minute video, but I'm sorry, it probably will be, and I don't mean it to be. But anyways, so first off, we got my Boar Boys of the Boarpocalypse. Got the 6 of them. They have Micanox Totem, makes them nullify any magic items they're touching. Doesn't do anything in this game because he barely has any magic items. Over here, got the 5 Wolf Riders. They are just there for chaff, just to get in the way and die. And then again, in this game, there wasn't much chaff because he's a Sylvan Elf player. He's just going to shoot me. Over here, got 37 Feral Orc Ed Bashers with spears and a movement banner, as well as the Iron Curse icon, or not Iron Curse, I'm sorry, the Iron Hide icon, which gives them a 5 board against shooting, which is great against an army like this because they shoot a goddamn ton. So that'll help me out, get some ward saves, and live a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Over here, I got my General Zod. Zod is the motherfucker right now. He is destroying everybody. He hasn't died this whole tournament. Will he go 5 for 5 on this game? We'll find out right now. Here is the A-Rock, the mother of dragon, the breaker of chains, the drowner of the slayer dwarves, and Atreyu's damn horse. What the hell's name was it? Artax? Anyways, the A-Rock is always consistent, and in this game, she is still consistent. Over here, I got the Cave Troll, 6 of them. They have a 4-up regen, 4-up ward, and 4-up armor. 4-up magic resist, not ward, excuse me. Over here I got the Chicken Rock, and somebody just asked me, can I show what the Chicken Rock has? And of course I can, but not right now. It is a fucking gargantula spider with Deathclaw's head on the damn head of the damn A-Rock, and then a damn pirate ship on top with all these goblins that are just freaking burning up the damn pirate ship. This is the freaking most, I don't know, like, expensive miniature I have. If you're gonna steal something from me, steal this, and then I will find you and kill you, because you cannot go anywhere without me recognizing my damn work. Alright? Anywhere, I will kill you. Alright, and then on top of that other mountain is King Koopa. King Koopa's a 1-up armor, 4-up regen goblin lord with obsidian blade, ghost druid armor. Again, playing Sylvan Elves, there's no armor. Over here, got 21 cave goblins with short bows and a fanatic. Over here, I got my 2 goblin shamans, Goblin Baxter and Goblin Baxter Joe. They are both named after Joe Getsy, which is making that comment on the other table. Joe Getsy, my brother Jesse, and myself are all neck and neck for the best neutral army, which technically I don't know how we fit into neutral armies, but Orcs and Goblins is considered a neutral army with Ogre Cons. So right now we are all just kind of like writing that, like, who's going to get the best neutral army. We are all points away from each other. I'm not kidding, like literally like points. Over here got Gift of the Mother Spider. I got 2 Evil Eyes. I got the big moon, green moon, the big bad green moon. And then I got the Fix It Up spell. I took the Fix It Up spell because I really was hoping to get to make him reroll 6s on his poisons, because like I said, he's a Sylvan Elf player, and guess what? Here we go. He has a unit of Dryads on the left, like 8 to 10 of them. He has a branch wraith, whatever it's called, in the unit that has, I think, wilderness. I want to say it's wilderness in that unit. And then he has 18 to 20 forest rangers, whatever I don't know their names. I don't know the names of Sylvan Elves players because I don't play them that much. But they have the great weapons on them. I believe they do have the flaming banner on them as well, so I gotta kind of keep them away from the trolls, but we'll see how that goes. Over here he gets those 5, they're like Pathfinders, but they're not. They're not the poison ones. These are the ones that have, like, they can pick the arrows on the spot. They scouted. They're gonna pop up right here. He has 18 archers, or no, I'm not 18. Excuse me, 5, 6, like 11 to 12 archers here. Then he has another 11 to 12 archers popping up somewhere else, which I just lost the picture. Anyways, next to the rangers, he has two skirmishing units of blade dancers. And then over here in the middle, there's his other archers. And then those guys in the background that are skirmishing, those are the ones with poison shots. He has 2 units of them. They have about, like, 4, 8, 9 of them apiece, roughly. He has in the middle, those are actually his Treekin, Thicket Beasts, excuse me. One of them is a BSB, and that also means that his general has to be an avatar of the Tree Father Ancient, or whatever it's called. So this is how the table looks after my movement, by the way, because I tried to I think it was last game, and I was just kind of getting tired on the pictures, and I just kind of was taking less and less pictures. During tournaments, it's kind of hard to take pictures as is because you're on a time limit, and you're just trying to get through the game. And not only that, you start going into deep thought processing of what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So basically, you could see. Originally, my plan was to have both the A-Rock and Chicken Rock by the forest, dealing with the thicket beasts. I know the thicket beasts will wound on 5s and 6s, but if I could lower and make him reroll 6s, it might actually help out. Now, 2 of them, they're going to basically take him out. My savages were originally going to have to deal with the rangers. Rangers will definitely kill a shit ton of savages, but I'll eventually win that fight. The trolls were supposed to take out the dryads. With Zod, and Zod could just take out anything in the middle. Koopa is on the right side, and his whole job is to clean up everything from the right to left, because everything's going to have a hard time going through his armor. So he could pick off archers, he could pick off freaking rangers, he could pick, or not rangers, the blade dancers. He could pick off whoever he wants. He just needs to pick the small units, destroy them, move on, destroy them, move on. The boar boys were in the middle. I forgot why. I think I wanted to hit them with the thicket beast, so that way if they get in, let's turn off any magical items, but he doesn't have any magical items, so it didn't matter. And that's about it. I mean, obviously the wolf riders really didn't have a purpose, and the goblins were just going to pick at people with small shots and magic, so I just really didn't have a good use for them. Originally on the Vanguard, you already saw what happened on movement though. On the Vanguard, my Wolf Riders came back and hid back here because I didn't want to get shot on turn 1 for whatever reason. Then turn 1, Orcs and Goblins, like I said, there's this picture again. Everybody's kind of moving up, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. I'm just like, you know what? The funniest thing to me, one of the funniest lines this guy told me I told him, was I looked at the table, and he has 2 units in the middle of the table that have poison shooting. I know this, he knows this, whatever, right? But then I look at the left side of the table, and I'm like, he has archers, and these skirmishing guys, and I go, do any of those guys have poison? And he goes, no. And I go, everybody there is strength 3, and he goes, strength 3 or strength 4. And I go, huh. And I grab the A-Rock, I just march all the way in front of his face on that side, and I go, have fun. Because I know the A-Rock, he's going to have a hard time wounding. She's immune to psychology. She's going to sit there and just tear apart whichever guy she wants to tear apart. So I was just like, have fun with that one, man. And you just see his face drop like, oh, shit. Koopa goes into the ruins. I try not to march into the ruins with the savages, so I just basically kind of like start tipping it and then walking, regular moving instead of marching. I go ahead and I move the trolls up, I move Zod up, I move everybody else up, obviously. Like I said, here's a picture of Koopa in the ruins. And I actually see a little bit of Jesse's game against Eric Hansen on the next table. Magic Phase! Magic Phase got 7 power dice, and I go ahead and I do 3 dice onto a big evil eye. I get it off, but I get double 6s. I have to throw my 4th dice to see what the hell, how much I got. And he looks at it for a while, and he goes, who are you shooting? I said, I'm going to shoot the blade dancers. And he goes, go for it. Because he wants to see me blow up. Double 6 is great. I lose all my magic, whatever, right? So I go ahead and I do it. I blow up all 5 blade dancers. I just had a wonderful roll. I think I rolled like 10 hits, like 6 wounds, and he passed only 1 ward save and just popped the unit, right? So they pop, boom, gone, all right? Good job, Goblin Joe and Baxter Joe, whichever one shot you. I think it was probably Goblin Baxter. But then I'm like, panic, and he goes, oh yes, I guess I have to panic. So the eagle sticks, his tree father's right there in the corner. There, obviously he doesn't care, the dryads don't care. The rangers panic, and they actually run away in this direction. I was like, that's awesome. Oh my god. So that actually takes them out for this turn. Shooting phase, the miscast, I go ahead and I blow up a small template, which is great because it doesn't really touch many guys. Only kills 2 savages and does a wound to Baxter. Over here, the Chicken Rock's going to shoot its web launcher into his poison bastards over there, and it kills off one of them, and that is it. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Sylvan Elves, turn 1. Sylvan Elves, turn 1. He goes to rally these guys, and guess what? They don't rally. They fail their freaking leadership check, and they run off the table! 1 evil eye just took like 400 or 500 points, or however many points that was. Holy shit! Wow! Holy shit! His BSB wasn't close enough. His general was close enough, but he rolled like a 12, and he was just like, shit. Oh my god. Over here, He just kind of moves around, backs up a little bit. He's a little worried about the A-Rock. He moves his scouts in between the table and the A-Rock. And that's about it. Magic phase, he got 5 power dice. He goes ahead and tries to do Thunderbolt. Chain Lightning. He tries to do Chain Lightning. Uh-oh. I gotta plug in my freaking laptop before battery dies. And I'm not done filming this shit. Alright, let's see. Come on, come on. I'm trying to do under 50 minutes. Under 50 minutes, that's the goal. So, he goes ahead and tries to do a Chain Lightning onto the Chicken Rock, and I Dispel Scroll it. I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to deal with that at all. I want these guys both full. I want both spiders full power, so they focus their attention of shooting on them. So, and then I stop his other spell. Over here, he shoots at my Wolf Riders, kills 2 Wolf Riders. He actually did 4 wounds. I made 2 armor saves. 2 died. They panic. They run. They run away from the table like this. Then he shoots a bunch of shots, and I'm not kidding. He's shooting like everything he has at the A-Rock, and he gets like 5 wounds off, and I roll the armor saves, and I get 3 off, so he does 2 wounds. But I'm like, wait a second, he has Lore of Heavens. I'm going to use his Lore attribute, and I did claim that I was going to use his Heavens attribute over his Beast. So I go ahead and I do it, and I make the other armor save, and he only gets 1 wound off, and he's like, shit. And I'm like, you did this to yourself. You brought that magic here. I always tell people that nowadays. I'm like, you did this. You brought that magic here. I just stole it. Over here, he shoots into the Savages. He gets 3 wounds off into the Savages, and that is it. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Movement. I charge Koopa into those Blade Dancers, and he fails the fucking charge. It was an easy charge, you fat bastard Koopa. Move the Savages up, move the Trolls up. I turn Zod around to face this way. That building in the middle where Zod is standing next to, that little like Hobbit hut, that is actually the objective. It's hold your ground, or hold the center, but instead of having scoring units there, you have to have your general there at the end of the game. So, within 6 inches of that Hobbit hut. So, Zod, my whole goal with Zod is to keep around that hut. Don't leave the hut. Alright? Move the Chicken Rock over a little bit just to kind of scare a flank shot from his tree kin if they want to come towards my trolls. And then I decided to move the Boar Boys up all the way because, you know, there's no real threat to the Boar Boys right now because his threat right now is my spiders. So if he's worried about the spiders, he won't worry about the Boar Boys kind of a deal, and my Boar Boys will be able to charge in. The other thing too is, and I haven't been able to use the Boar Boys this way, was the fact that they have a 2-up armor. I have yet to use them just for their 2-up armor, being orcs on boars. So I'll be able to kill archers no problem with the Boar Boys, which is awesome. I charged the A-Rock into that unit. They failed their terror. They ran towards the edge of the table. They didn't make it off the table, but the A-Rock's going to fail that charge. Magic phase. Got 3 power dice. Go ahead and I do an Evil Eye, and I just miss it by 1. 7, 8, 9. No, I got it by 1, but he stopped me. Shooting phase is going to shoot the freaking web launcher into these girls again, and it fails. I think I misfired, and I think I broke my web launcher is what it was, and it's going to start off his turn. Sylvan Elves turn 2. Sylvan Elves turn 2. My wolves rallied, actually, but these guys are going to go ahead and take out my wolves because he just doesn't want to deal with them. I don't have pictures of movement, so I'm going to have to kind of like skim ahead and see what happens here. Not much, I don't think. I think for the most part, he rallied the guys before they ran off the table. His Thicket Beast moved just, you know, finagled a little bit. And then, yeah, he didn't move too much. He's kind of protecting the trees. He's trying to do whatever. Anyways, Magic Phase got 9 power dice. He goes ahead and he tries to do a Thunderbolt. Just a regular Thunderbolt, not Chain Lightning. And I let it go through. Hits the Chicken Rock, does 1 wound. Okay. Over here, he starts shooting at my dogs, and he fails. He does 2 wounds, and I armor save them both. Oh my god, that's funny to me. Over here, he starts shooting everything. He actually shoots into my Boar Boys. Gets 3 wounds off onto my Boar Boys, and I save all 3 of them. He shoots the poison bitches into the Chicken Rock, does 1 wound, and that's it. And there's an ambulance, guys, but I'm not going to go ahead and dwell upon the ambulance return. I'm going to go ahead and do turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. Maybe I should let the ambulances go by because I'm going to have to scream in a second. I'm going to scream Koopa, by the way. If you guys don't want to hear Koopa, as soon as the ambulance passes, which is like right now, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Koopa! Koopa, you fat son of of a bitch is charging into those blade dancers. The trolls are charging into those blade dancers. The General Zod is going into those blade dancers. Because I'm like, are they immune to psychology? He's like, yes. And I'm like, ha, you can't even flee. So I'm charging them all in, right? My goal here is, if I could get Koopa, if I could get the trolls in the front, which they are in the front, they'll force Koopa to be like on a tip edge. So if I put Koopa on the right edge, I'll overrun into the flank of those dryads. I'm going to go ahead and go in with Zod just for the impact hits, because I don't want these blade dancers to get first and doing a shit ton of wounds miraculously. I don't even know. So I go ahead and I do it that way. Over here I charge the Boar Boys in, the Boar Apocalypse into those archers there, and I don't charge the A-Rock because that's a fucking huge charge. So I just decided to move the A-Rock up. He's going to go in and stand and shoot, and oh my god, this is a picture of not only this shot here of his stand and shoot, but this is also a picture of basically how he rolled for the rest of the game. He rolled 1 2 2 2 1 1. He rolled 3 1s, 3 2s on the wounds. Oh my god, he was just like, how did I miss every single shot? I was like, I don't know. Everybody gets in here. The Boar Boys get in, and then I move the A-Rock right up. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and take out that scoring unit right now. I move the Wolf Riders way over here this way. And again, I'm just playing with the Chicken Rock and the Thicket Beast. I am not trying to... I'm trying to just delay him so I can take over that right side, sweep around to the left side. That's what I'm trying to do. It's kind of working. He kind of sees it already, like, ah, shit. Magic Phase, got 7 power dice. Go ahead and I do an Evil Eye into the Eagle, only get off 1 wound. I go ahead and I do Gift of the Mother Spider onto the Chicken Rock just because I'm going to shoot some cheap bow shots into somebody. And I just also want those attribute bonuses. I go ahead and I do another Evil Eye, and I think I don't do shit with that one. Close combat, the Boar Apocalypse. Holy shit, they took out 6 guys. He fails to wound. They're going to run, and I'm going to chase him off the table. And then over here, Impact Hits alone. I swear to God, I think Impact Hits alone just wiped him out. He didn't get 1 single wound off. I'm going to overrun with Koopa, and Koopa goes straight into the flank of those Dryads, like so, and it worked exactly as planned. This is his extra forest, by the way, being Sylvan Elf. So now I am taking DTs for everything there. I think I took a DT on the troll because of that, though. Shit, I lost my spot. Where was I? Fuck, where did I lose it? Where did I lose it? Okay, there's that, there's that, there's that. I am higher up than this. Come on, guys. I'm trying to make the under 50 minutes on this video. Alright, over here. So I go ahead and I reform. I reform the trolls. I reform Zod to face the flank of his Thicket Beasts, which is interesting. I kind of was playing with the idea of what to do with Zod. I think I turned him just a little bit more after this. I took this picture. But it's going to go ahead and start off his turn 4. Sylvan Elves, I think it's turn 4. It might not be turn 4. We'll find out in a minute anyways. So he goes ahead and he moves both his archer units, both his poison units to face the A-Rock. He figures the A-Rock's been an asshole this whole game. He's going to shoot the fuck out of it with poison like he's been trying to. Whatever. He turns his Thicket Beasts around to face Zod and the Trolls. And he turns his general around too. Magic Phase, he got 11 power dice. That's a lot of fucking dice. Goes ahead and he tries to do a Thunderbolt onto the A-Rock. I let it go through. He gets 2 wounds off. And then he goes ahead and he does reroll successful wounds. The Curse of the Westerlies on Zod, and he gets it off, which makes me really not want to charge his Tree Father or his Thicket Beasts. Okay, and that's about it. Everything else I stopped. Over here, Shooting Phase, he shoots all the shots. I mean, he's shooting everything he can at the A-Rock. He gets these guys to shoot first. They get 2 wounds off. I fail the armor saves. Okay, then he shoots the poison bitches into him, and he gets another 2 wounds off. He has a total of 6 wounds onto the A-Rock. The A-Rock has 2 wounds remaining. He's getting quarter points from that. Over here, he starts shooting these guys in the back of the Savages again, which haven't really been doing shit, the Savages. And he kills off 2 more of them. And then over here, he challenges with his champ, and Koopa accepts, and Koopa squashes him like the rodent he is. He loses combat. I have a charge, couple wounds, a flank. He sticks because he's stubborn. He fails to turn around. His BSB is too far, and he fails to turn around, and he's just like, shit. It's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. The Wolf Riders, without a freaking roll, are going to charge the flank of those 4 poison bastards right there. It's a fucking long charge, too, like 19 inches. But they're Wolf Riders. They fly, man. They fly at a freaking... Not literally fly. I mean, like, they fly, like, speed-wise. They're freaking fast, okay? So, I need to roll a 10. I fail it. Okay, next up. Zod! Zod is going into the flank of his other archers who he didn't see this. He did not see this. And I had my line of sight arc ready. And I'm just like a dog. Like a dog who wants a freaking, like, who's begging for, like, a treat. And they make that noise where they're like... Because I just want to go into the flank and I want to see if I have line of sight, but I don't want to give away what I see. So since I don't want to give it away, I'm just going to go ahead and like just hold it till it was my turn. As soon as it was my turn, I was like, boom! I got line of sight. I'm going to go into the flank of those bitches over there. And he's just like, shit. And he realizes if he flees, he's going to lose the unit. If he doesn't, to be honest, my opinion, I would have fled. Because you're going to lose that unit regardless. Nobody in that unit's going to touch Zod. Nobody, right? So if I fail a charge, I'm going to have to redirect and probably go into his Tree Father or his Thicket Beast. But he's stuck, and I'm going to go in with Zod like a SOB, and boom! Get in. The Trolls were chaffed by the Eagle. They go in, boom, like that. And then A-Rock went into those archers finally, turned the board apocalypse this way facing their demons, and that's how the table looks. I decided to move the chicken rock all the way up on top of that hill facing the rear of his Thicket Beast and his general, and this is just going to be a bloody mess like so. I moved my goblins up so I can keep magic close by, and magic phase got 5 power dice. Go ahead and I do an evil eye. I get it, or he dispels it. I go ahead and I do gift of the mother spider onto the trolls, and I do this kind of as a deterrent for his guys to charge me. So I go ahead and I do that. I release the fanatic. Fanatic was close enough. Throw it out this way. Fails to touch anybody. And then over here, kill the eagle. Overrun into the dryads. The trolls are going to destroy those dryads. Over here, impact hits, only kills 2 because I had to reroll wounds, and then I go ahead and I swing and I kill off like 2 or 3 more. He's gonna panic, he's gonna run. I don't even chase. I turn around, face the flank of those Thicket Beasts like so, and over here, oh fuck, the A-Rock literally eats every single one of them before I even got to there's just not one that I left alive. Nobody ran. They just died. They just died. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 wounds, just dead. I choose to overrun though because I don't want to get shot anymore. So I go ahead and I overrun and I run off the table. Over here, close combat. I take a wound from the DTs. Fucking DTs. Get another wound. He goes ahead and he swings, and he doesn't do any wounds. I go ahead and I swing. I destroy him. But you know what? He challenges with his freaking Branch Wraith, and Koopa kills the Branch Wraith as well. And Koopa, actually they run. Koopa chases and runs after them. The trolls stick behind because if I run too far, actually I think I would have been fine if I would have ran. If we're gonna run, I'm getting news here. Alright, anyway, sorry. I was reading something that I got from Team Mexico. If I would have ran, I would have been closer to Zod's leadership bubble, but I would have gave up a flank, and just, God, those trolls would just die a ridiculous death easily. So I turned them to face this way. They're still barely within 12 inches of Zod. I think I'm okay with that. And they're still 12 inches away from the BSB. So it's kind of like they're right at a center point. They're good. Koopa chases, though. Koopa kills the whole unit. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn 4, I think. I don't know what turn this is. I'll figure it out when I'm doing it in the editing. He charges the Treekin in. He charges his general in. And he's going to get in with both. No. Yeah, he gets in with both. Yeah, I don't think he can fail that one. He brings these guys over here. He's going to kill the dogs because he figures he needs to kill some points. And shooting phase. He has no magic because I killed his wizards. So shooting phase kills the dogs. Over here, close combat. Oh God! He did 7 wounds, kills off a bunch. I go ahead and I swing back. I do 1 wound back. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh well. I am going to run. He decides, and this is another mistake I feel like he made. He decides not to chase, which leaves him in line of sight of Zod. It leaves him in line of sight of the trolls or savages, and it leaves him in line of sight of the Chicken Rock. I feel like he did that because he didn't want to get flanked by the savages, or I don't know what else. But anyway, so he goes ahead and reforms. He turns his general to face the savages. The trolls get away this far, and he turns his thicket beast to face Zod and the Chicken Rock. Okay? And that's how it looks right now. It's going to go ahead and start off my turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. This is exactly how it looks. Whew. Okay, it's almost getting there, man. I'm at 30 minutes. I got 20 minutes to do this. Alright. Zod! Zod is charging in. Savages are charging in. Chicken Rock's charging in. I'm thinking it's already going to be a massacre. And if I could get in with the savages, he's going to challenge. I'm going to decline because I want to hit him with that mammoth stabber. I want to get a couple wounds off, make him fail, and get an ordnance hit off on him with the mammoth stabber. So I'm charging in. I only need a 5 on the dice. I roll a fucking 4. Zod is an auto win. I need a 5 with the Swift Stride from the Chicken Rocket to the Thicket Beast, and I roll a 4. Whew. Okay, Zod. You just charged in alone. You're probably going to die a horrible, horrible death, Zod. Zod, you went 4 games unkillable. Unkillable, Zod. Can you do it again? We'll find out. I know the answer, but you guys don't. Not yet. Alright. How did I fail 2 5s? 2 5s. And what was a Swift Stride? I don't know. I moved my goblins closer to do magic, and I'm not going to lie, I forgot to do magic phase. I am not going to lie. I was like, son of a bitch. Close combat over here. Zod... I challenge, actually. I challenge on purpose because I don't want to fight all those thicket beasts alone. And if he declines, I want his BSB not to be able to give him a reroll. So I challenge. His champ accepts. I go ahead and I swing. Or I think impact hits did 1 wound. He goes ahead and he swings. He actually gets 1 wound off. He's like -3 to my armor, or -4 to my armor, something ridiculous, right? I make him reroll wounds, but it didn't really matter. Then I go ahead and I swing with my hand weapon shields. And I only do 1 more wound. So I only do 2 wounds. I think I did like 4 wounds, but I made him reroll ward saves, and he made a couple, and I got 2 wounds off total. He's going to live. I did a charge, 2 wounds. Okay? He has 1 wound, 2 banners. I don't think he has a musician. If he does, I stick, or vice versa. But it doesn't matter. So we're going to stick. It's a push, which is okay. I'm not going to lie. It could be worse. It's going to start off his turn 5. Whew, he's going to charge his general into the... Oh, my trolls rallied on a 4. I am not kidding. My trolls rallied on a 4. Oh, that's awesome. His general charges into my savages. I'm going to take it like a champ. I can't really do too much about that. Over here, shooting phase. He's going to start shooting at my A-Rock. He does 1 more wound. The A-Rock has 1 wound remaining, but is still alive, and those poor poison bastards are about to get crushed by the Borpocalypse. Over here, challenge with my champ. I learned my lesson, people. Always fucking challenge. He's gonna kill my champ, but guess what? He has a charge and 4 wounds. I have 3 ranks and 2 banners. I win combat. He passes his stubborn check, and he's gonna stick there for a round. But now, in the next round, I could potentially give him Joe, and he could get max of 5, I think, again, and I'll still win, actually. So yeah, I could give him Joe if I want to win combat the same way again, or if I want to crush him, I gotta figure something else out. Over here, close combat. He fails to wound Zod. Zod goes ahead and swings, and Zod just crushes the champ. Get a couple wounds overkill. That's great. I don't run. I'm gonna stick there. It's gonna start off turn 6, Orcs and Goblins, and guess what? Where Zod is exactly 11.99 inches away from the trolls. So the trolls are charging in. Koopa's charging in. Fucking the A-Rock's charging in. Or Chicken Rock's charging in. I'll have a downhill charge. I'll have a rear charge. And you know what? I changed my mind on where Koopa's going. Koopa's not going into the flank of those guys. Koopa is going to the general. And if I fail this charge with Koopa, this could be crucial. this could be really, really bad. So I have to charge with Koopa, and unfortunately, the way it's written, I have to charge with him first to go in, and if he fails to charge, the trolls will not be able to help out. Oh, man. Over here, the Fanatic comes back this way, kills off 2 of my goblins. The Borpocalypse charged in. Borpocalypse, again, like I said, I forgot the fucking magic. Borpocalypse charges in, kills a bunch of the these guys. They actually stick on double ones. I am not fucking kidding you. I charged, have a banner, did 3 wounds. I got 5. He rolls the dice, he gets double ones. That one guy sticks to the Borpocalypse. So fucked up. Over here, I challenge again. His BSB accepts. His BSB does a single wound onto Zod. Zod goes and does 2 wounds onto his BSB. Whew. Alright. Over here, he does 1 wound onto the Chicken Rock, does 1 wound onto the Trolls. Trolls did a couple wounds, killed off an extra guy. Chicken Rock goes, does a couple wounds to the extra guy. I take it back. He does 4 wounds onto the Chicken Rock. They're going to stick. They're still stubborn in the forest. Or they're bodyguard with the fucking Thicket Beast guy, Shepherd. So he's going to stick there, but the Thicket Shepherd's almost dead, and it's almost the end of the game. Over here, Koopa, you fat son of a bitch, you got into the flank of his general. He challenges with his general. I accept with the fat bastard Koopa. Koopa the unkillable. Koopa, you fat bastard. So Koopa goes and swings, does 1 wound. He decides he's going to go ahead and do a crush attack. He's trying to go kill Koopa 1 shot, and he fails to wound Koopa. Or he failed to hit Koopa. He failed to hit Koopa. Whew, made it. Turn 6. Sylvan Elves. Last turn of the game, guys. He moved these guys closer. Not really much. Oh, he's going to try to panic my goblins, is what he does. So he shoots at my goblins, kills off a couple of them, doesn't make them panic. That's great. This guy dies to the Borpocalypse. The other guys actually live, which is okay in my book. And then over here, Zod killed his BSB. You motherfucker, Zod. You are a motherfucker, Zod. Zod killed his BSB. The A-Rock and the Trolls, or Chicken Rock and the Trolls, kill off a bunch of other guys, and he's in a panic and run finally. And I chase with the Chicken Rock and the Trolls. I stay with Zod because Zod needed to turn this way, so he's exactly 6 inches away from the hut to give me the objective points. Koopa and his general do not wound each other this round, and that is the end of the game. He gets objective points for being 6 inches from the center. I get objective points for being 6 inches in the center. I tabled the guy besides his general. He looked at me and he goes, you know, to be honest, the last 2 days I played 5 games of Warhammer, and as long as your name was not Silva, I won okay. But if your name had Silva in it, you kicked my ass. I got 27 points off of him, or 26. Holy shit. It pushed me right back up to the top. I have 3 Massacre wins at Michigan GT and 2 Massacre losses. Oh, that's so brutal. Guys, with jumping ahead, it puts me at a solid 4th place. Okay? Which the top 10 people at this tournament I'm very proud of, because the majority of them are Team Mexico. I finally filled up the last spots. We have our dream team made up. I'll be announcing that in another video because I'm trying to keep this one under 50 minutes. It's not going to make it. I don't think it's going to make it. I have 12 minutes left. Alright, so first up, let's go over the award ceremony, then we'll go over how my units did. So first up, right here, this is Nick Rodrigo. Nick Rodrigo, and you can see in the background, that's actually my brother Jesse, Max Lapora, and Joe Getzy in the background from Johio Hammer. But Rodrigo, from game 1, day 1, sat at the first table and stayed there the whole game with over 100 battle points earned. Okay, so he's gotten roughly 20 in those, or high numbers with the secondary objectives, and basically he would have stayed at number 1, but he ended up getting 2nd place, best general. His battle points were the best, alright, but the reason why this is really fucked up, and I'm sorry, Nick Rodrigo, if you're watching this, and I'm sorry to anybody else who's friends with Nick Rodrigo for saying this right now, but when they're giving out when they're adding up the points and they were tallying up the points, they said Nick Rodrigo went against Neil Hamilton the last round of the game, the last turn 5, game 5, and Rodrigo beat Neil. Rodrigo beat Neil in a close victory. But when they said they added up the points for everything, paint scores, sportsmanship scores, and everything, Neil won by 1 point. That is the one fucking sportsmanship I gave to Neil. I was dying when I heard that. I was like, holy shit, Neil won because I fucking gave him an extra sportsmanship point. Because I normally give it to Jake motherfucking Murphy. Oh, Neil. Oh my god. You know, and I'm gonna say this about Neil's character right then and there. This is why I gave Neil the #1 sportsman vote from me. As soon as they announced Neil as the winner, Neil said, no, it goes to Rodrigo. He's like, I lost to Rodrigo. It's his. I don't deserve this. That is classic character. That is honestly the reason why he should be #1. I thought that was awesome that he said that. Alright, so best painted army? Hey, who the hell is that with glasses? That's me. I try to take my selfie shot with my damn camera. It's so hard to do because I can't see what the hell I'm looking at. Anyways, I won $50 from Mears Miniatures, or 50 pounds, excuse me, 50 pounds from Mears Miniatures. That puts me up to a total of 90 pounds from Mears Miniatures. I don't even know how to claim this shit. I have one that's hiding in my brother's car. The other one's still in the envelope that I got from that day. Anyways, guys, if you guys know what monster I should pick up from Mears Miniatures, let me know, and I could probably convert it or do it to put it into my to fit it into my army. But remember, I am an Orc and Goblin player, so pick something that's appropriate for Orc and Goblins. And if not, I'll hold on to these 90 pounds for a little bit longer until I figure something out. Now, best neutral army goes to Joe Getsy. Now, I could not win 2 awards. So I couldn't win best neutral army, and I could not win best painted army. So I got the best painted, which of course I want the best painted army. The difference between Joe and Jesse for points was a 1 point or 2 point difference. I think it was a 1 point difference. When I was watching Jesse count up points between him and his game against the Sky Sloop guy, gypped my brother out of 1 point. He's like, wait, that's still alive. And my brother was like, the Frost Mammoth is still alive. And he goes, we counted it as dead already. I don't want to redo this. You know you got 1 more point. That 1 more point would have put him at the difference between him and Joe Getsy. That's just, I feel bad for my brother. He got gypped out of freaking his first award there. That's not a team award. Over here, best evil army goes to our Team Mexico player here, Max Lapora. Best sportsman goes to Tim McCowan, which is also a very talented painter. He has a beautiful, beautiful Chaos army, and now he's making his Infernal Dwarf army now, which I saw his first piece, and holy shit was it nice. And then here's a picture, a very blurry picture of Jake motherfucking Murphy. Let's go over what my Jake Murphy had. No, I don't know if he had an award. I just took a picture of Jake Murphy because it's Jake Murphy. He might have won something. No, it wasn't best. Who won best good army? I think whoever won best good army just picked it up and left right away, so I was just like, oh. Who won best good? It might have been Mike Hernandez. It might have been. I don't remember. Anyways, let's go over what my my list have been doing. We'll start from 10th place. 10th place goes to the Wolf Riders. They only got 36 points, and they got it against the Beast Herd army, and honestly that was it. I don't expect them to take points. I expect them to be in 10th place, and they did exactly that, so that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. I accept that role for them in my army. I expect them to die every round as long as they get in the way. But in 9th place, no points earned this game, but they got a total of 202 points, is the Cave Gobbos. The Cave Gobbos did absolutely nothing but be a bunker, and that's what they did very well. In 8th place, they also took no points this game. They just kind of sat in the background, but they took a very solid 851 points. It's Boss Doom and the Savages. Now, I had 2 games where I got tabled. In one of those games, I barely scratched the monster that killed him. So they didn't do anything this game. They didn't do anything against Jake Murphy. They sat in the corner and just claimed an objective, which, I mean, they're still worth their points in objectives and points in IL, and I don't take that away from them. They did their job. They're 8th place. 7th place, this is actually very shocking, is the Goblin Joes. Both Goblin Baxter Joe and Goblin Joe, they they took a very solid 931 points, which that is more than the Savages total. Think about that. Think about that. Those two Goblin Shamans took 931 points. That is beautiful, and it makes me sad that they're taking away magic from the little gods. And we'll see what they put up, but it still makes me sad that they're taking away the little god spells. The A-Rock took 6th place, losing to her brother by 13 points. So, holy shit, the A-Rock did not get tournament MVP this month. Alright? Did not get the top spot. And only got 6th place, which is who could take the next 5 spots. We'll see. Chicken Rock, like I just said, took 13 more points than his sister. And got 1,071. Took a good chunk of 257 points in this game. In 4th place, and this is a shocker to me. This is one that I did not expect. It's the Borpocalypse boys. The Borpocalypse boys took 1,500 points. The big jump from them and the Chicken Rock. And that is a very solid unit to take 1,500 points. The 2-up armor, they were in so many combo charges, and they took a lot of stuff. And then not only that, but in the game against Eric Hansen, they got blasted, didn't do anything. The game against Jake Murphy, they didn't take anything. So they basically earned their points between round 3, 4, and 5. That is crazy, and they still took 4th place. 3rd place, King Koopa! King Koopa, my voice is going, guys. King Koopa took 3rd place, very solid character. He is honestly the cornerstone of my army. 1,778 points. He is such a cornerstone of my army. I made a whole freaking ETC team just to make sure that he goes to the next ETC. 1,778. 2nd place goes to the Cave Trolls, and this is probably the highest I've ever seen the Cave Trolls get on any of my games, or on any of my tournaments. They took a total of 2,216 points. Very solid. Every game they performed something, which is just awesome. They are great for what they've done, and they are definitely worth their points. They didn't take 10 times their points, but they took a good 8 times roughly of their points, which is pretty awesome. But number 1 spot, the unkillable, the undefeatable General Zod, kneel before him. Zod took a total of 3,100 points, which is almost, again, 10 times his value. Holy shit. Zod died 0 times, and Zod was always the last one swinging, earning me anything. And the reason I am in 4th place at this tournament was because of Zod. Zod, you are a beast. And not only are you a beast, you're this games MVP, turn 5 MVP, and the tournament MVP. General Zod, you are a motherfucker. Wow. Alright, guys. I am running out of breath here. I am scratching up my voice because I'm just talking. I have 2 minutes left till 50 minutes. I tried so hard not to get to 50 minutes, and it still happened because I ramble and I blab and I talk. This always happens on a last game tournament video, but I tried. Anyways, guys, I had a blast. It was a great time. I am looking forward to the next tournament. Next tournament is WCW, which is in November. There's a couple tournaments in January, which is like Siege at the Tower and Wagpaka. And then I have the Gauntlet. So if you guys haven't signed up for the Gauntlet, that is my tournament that I am running at the Dice Dojo. Maximum of 30 players. GT, 2 days, 5 rounds, 2,500 points. Guys, bring the pain. Come to this tournament. If you haven't signed up, sign up already. And I am looking forward to having a big GT at the dojo. Besides that, guys, If you guys enjoy what I do, what I bring to the table, and you guys are entertained by my videos, you guys always can show your support by going to Patreon. I have my Patreon link in the description box right below. You guys can sign up $1 a month, $2 a month, anything you guys feel worth that I am worth for your entertainment value. I would gladly appreciate it. It would help support me to get to Salamanca, Spain next year for ETC, and also help me support my love for this hobby. Besides that, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, leave any comments or feedback if you can in the comment section below, and I'll be glad to get back to you guys. I like to hear what you guys have to say usually. I do have a lot of games that I did between the weekend after this, and so I have a bunch of games still coming to you guys, and I am sorry that I haven't been able to pump them out as usual, but I've been working like a dog right now, so I am literally running out of breath right now. I am tired, and I have to do my leg workout still. Whew. Alright guys, I think I said everything that I needed to say. I can't wait to show you guys who's on our Team Mexico list, and yeah, I think that's about it. Like, share, subscribe. I know you guys have questions about my thoughts about the new version coming out. Well, I guess we won't really see until we get there, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying this, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care, and peace.